Good morning, kings and queens. How y'all doing? This your boy Ty. Welcome to A Walk in the Garden. Um, Happy Sunday to everybody, and happy Memorial Day weekend to you all. So have fun, be safe. Um, like I stated on Friday, I said, the video for some reason didn't upload it, and if it didn't upload, if I couldn't figure it out, that I would remake the video. So I know I don't want to hold people too long on this Sunday, but as you may recall, I said the theme of this walk in the garden will be kind of reviewing, dissecting, breaking down the Willie Lynch letter. So we're going to be talking about the Willie Lynch letter, the reverse of the curse. And so he used a very strategic mindset to attack the mind of our ethnic and colored people, whether you're Aboriginal, Black, however you identify. The Willie Lynch letter has been so toxic, but yet so prevalent, and its effects, as he has stated, has been passed down from generation to generation. And we don't often realize it, but in a lot of ways, the way we think, the way we operate, the way we move, it's a derivative of the way we've been taught and brought up. And a lot of these silly superstitions, these silly stereotypes, and the way we view each other, just even in our sector, the way we view each other, and even the way we view Caucasians or white Americans or what's the Anglo-Saxons. That word was so fun to me when I learned it. But however, you want to identify our counterpart, even the way we view them. And if you can recall from previous studies, those who have been following me and walking with me, I talked about a lot of self-love and growth and maturity and forgiveness and the mind and vision and purpose. And some of these things may show its relevance again as I dissect this. But a big thing that you're going to see is the mind and how important the mind is. As a man thinketh, so is he. And so Willie Lynch understood that. He understood if I can manipulate the mind, reprogram it, then I can control the way you think without even laying a hand on you. And to me, I was I love The Art of War. I've been reading up on that, the book, The Art of War. If you have not read it, I suggest that it's a good read, good book to read. And it doesn't mean that you are war oriented, but you understand when you want peace, you always have to be prepared for battle, because peace is not won without a battle. Drop that little nugget for you right there. But I want to just dive into it a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to keep you all long. The mind, the effects of the mind. So in the letter, and if you haven't had a chance to read it, read it. You can follow me. I'll be pulling little excerpts to, kind of support where I'm trying to go with it. And in the Willie Lynch letter, he says, keep the body, take the mind. In other words, the will to resist. Keep the body, take the mind. See, your body, we all know this is a temporal vessel. It's going to come and it's going to go. Even, the organs in our body, they come and go, but the consciousness, that's what he was trying to get to. He was trying to get to the id, the ego, the super. He wants to get to the deepness of it. If I can get the mind, if I can infiltrate the mind, then I've won. In The Art of War, it says, the best war won is a war not even fought. If you can get inside your opponent's mind, how they work, how they strategize, what they do, studying people is very important. That's why I love social work. I love sociology. I love what I do, because my grandfather always said, you study people because that's who we live among. And Willie Lynch understood, if I study them, see how they upbring. He likened us to horses. He said we must break, and I will use words, and I don't use them to necessarily be derogative, but in relevance to what I'm talking about. He said, you break the nigger like you break a horse. And we all know that a wild horse, a horse that has been untamed, it is beautiful, it is elegant, it is free, it is almost fearless. Outside of the instinctual things that it is born to do and to know, it is uninhabited. So he said, just like you have to break a horse, break its spirit, break it down to get it to be submissive, to be submissive unto its master and unto its owner. And that's the thing. The mindset is to get you to be submissive, but in doing though, to be submissive, I must get to the derivative of you. I have to wipe away your culture, and I must start with the parents. I must start with the mother. I must start with the father. So not only was this to make us submissive to it or to counterparts, but it was also to gain economic growth. So we all know that slavery was an economic profit. You know, as we can debate and go on forever about who built this country, and it still will be to this day that slavery, African Americans in majority. Not saying all slaves came from Africa or different parts of the diaspora, but for the most of us, we were pigmented, and we built the United States. We built off our sweat, blood, and tears. But that's another topic and another story. Willie Lynch understood that if he poisoned the mind of the black king and queen, then they have no fighting chance. And the way he did that was attacking the male patriarchs and the female patriarchs. And I can instill fear. And a lot of his submission came from, I need you to fear me without knowing that you fear me. So in order to do that, I must start teaching you what fear is like. I must rape your men. I must tear them apart with horses, tie one end to one part of their body and another end, and do it in front of the children and do it in front of the wives. Because we as black men, no matter what your orientation is, we are heads. And not to say that the woman is not important, because you will see how important black women are to black men and to the black culture. But in order to destroy the head of the black culture, which is the man and the woman, you know, there I can gain control. And so if I could deprive the black man of his masculinity, of his essence, of his and his rightful pride, not haughty pride, but his rightful pride, then I have him. If I can make the woman be so fearful in having her babies taken away, or the master whooping him, or beating him, or killing him, even her husband, I will teach him to be submissive unto him. And submissive unto him means submissive unto white Anglo-Saxon culture. And so as I dig deep and as I talk about it more, we're going to talk about some of the things that he did to start instill this brainwashed mindset. And then you will get the derivative of why we have a lot of self-hatred, why we have a lot of skepticism of our counterparts, why we are foes against one another. It is not something that we are naturally born to do. Enemies are going to be everywhere. We're going to always have, that's just the law. We typically will like and dislike people, but to dislike our own selves and our own culture so much has been a taught behavior, has been a taught mindset that has been this Willie Lynch mindset, this generational curse in which he prophetically spoke over people of color for years and years to come, and we still see it today. That mindset was poison. It was an insurgent, as we say, them doggone insurgents. He infiltrated. He infiltrated and he convoluted the mind and the essence and the trueness of black and black culture. And to me, my thing is, when you learn what the venom is, 9 times out of 10, the cure is found in the venom. And so the Willie Lynch letter, as bold as he is, if we dissect it and see what it is that he put into us, we can now reverse it and revert it by taking out, pulling, extracting the things that have been put in. And when I say this, people are like, well, you can't do this overnight. No, but once we speak about it, once we are educated about it, and once it's in the atmosphere, then hopefully when we are teaching, educating, raising new generations of men and women, we can break the mindset that has been so toxic and pollutant to the black culture. So, like I said, I wasn't going to keep you all long. I just wanted to get this first part is just to let you know where I'm going. Get me, feel me, vibe me, and hopefully, if it's intriguing to you, you will continue to follow me. But we're going to get into this, and I think it's so interesting. So, again, I reiterate: if you have not read the Willie Lynch letter, please take the time out and read the Willie Lynch letter and see the things that he instructed slave owners and overseers to do unto the black culture, to do unto slaves, to keep them oppressed and oppressed for years and years to come. So thank you for your time this morning. Look out for me. I'm going to be coming again with some more in-depth information, but it's real out there. It's real, it's real, it's real. And the mind is so important. It's a safe space. It's a powerhouse. And we must keep it clear. We must declutter it, just for our own human self sake, but also to get into it to see what has been the toxins we have taken on in our culture. Some by Willie Lynch, some by just experiences that we've gone through, whether it be church hurt, whether it be family hurt, but we have to begin to dive deep because this thing is deep. And so, again, I thank you for, checking me out. Continue to follow, share. This is going to be excited. Comment. This is some good stuff, I believe. And so you all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. Be safe out there. And again, one love, beloveds. Thank you for following me. Walk in the Garden. Willie Lynch, Reverse of the Curse. All right. Catch you next time. Bye.